All right, my basic fundamental philosophy on Christians in battle rap is an interesting one because I think that we've I think it's necessary for us to be cognizant of what it is that we're going in there for. Um, I think if we get into the point, into the pattern of uh, just tearing somebody down instead of building somebody up, or conforming to the point that we act, think, talk, and format everything just like them, it's tough for me to see the benefit in the ministry of it all. Now, see, ministry is the key word. Service. Like, how do we serve the population? Not only the person we're battling, but the audience that's watching it. How do you create an experience that's edifying for the person that's in front of you, so that they can grow from it, and the audience that's watching? Um, I think there are some in the current Christian rap scene that are trying to be creative in that way. Um, there are some that I think could probably do it a little bit different, because I think that they are too much like the other secular or profane battle rappers. But I think that we've always got to think, whatever we do, whether we eat or drink, to do it to the glory of God. So how is God being glorified within that particular process? Because maybe they use it as an icebreaker until they can get those dudes behind or backstage and actually chop it up and evangelize. I don't know. Once we step out of the box of trying to prove that we can rap, how do we serve? That's the critical question that I think we always have to ask, because if proving you can rap doesn't necessarily directly try to glorify God all the time, but that there you're trying to please people, if you will. But I think God is an amazing author, the author and finisher of our faith. So he's an awesome writer too. So I think that if the inspiration is to really reach an impact, you could do it. I just think that there's a way to do it. So I'm not against Christians in battle rap, but at the same time, I think it's necessary for them to really think about what they're trying to incorporate into the culture.
Okay, so for you personally, and not to dig up under your skin or nothing, but um, do you think you could ever see yourself doing it? And are you currently not doing it because you just think there would be too much of a struggle with pride that would keep you from doing it in such a way that it would edify everybody that witnessed it?
Well, nah, it's really not about pride or anything like that. It's, I try to think about how I mean, even when you write a sermon or you prepare a sermon, there is a given a desired response is what they call it. Like, there's a desired response, but in that same context, outside of a desired response, there is the complete sovereignty of God and what the Holy Spirit is going to do through you at that given moment. As it stands for me, though, like, I haven't really ever had a plan for how to embrace being a Christian in the battle rap scene. Like, I guess some people really, enjoy the competitive aspect. But I'm not really too focused on the competitive aspect of it all. Like, I'm not trying to be out here to body anybody, and I think that because my mentality is not to get in there, seek and destroy, it never really piqued my interest. Now, you know, if the right opportunity presented itself, and the dialogue that I felt would be interesting enough to truly engage in, and after prayer, you know, um, I was led to, speak on something, then it's a possibility. But like, I actually just enjoy, ministry now within, my local church, and enjoy just creating music, now outside of it. I actually got some very interesting advice from a homie who shoots, or who used to shoot. His company used to shoot all of the smack battles, but probably about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and he said, if you jump into this thing, you kind of got to be either or. He's like, if you want to be a battle rapper, you're probably going to sacrifice on your music. And if you want to be, you know, and then you got to kind of pace yourself too much. You become, defined as a battle rapper. And I would much rather be defined as a servant, a herald, rather than to be too stuck on and focused on getting up, focusing on how I'm gonna break down and demolish the person that they, in this era, pay me for to battle. Now, I have seen a theme-based battle league that I think bears fruit in a battle league. I think it's out of Pittsburgh called Slap, which I think is a lot more of a theme-based thing where it's not about tearing each other down. Each person plays a particular purpose, like man of God versus, or child of God versus child of the enemy, or depression versus joy, or something like that. I see fruit in that. I see that could potentially be something edifying, but it's kind of. I think as a Christian, because the battle's not against flesh and blood, I don't think we want to make the priority about tearing down the brother in front of us, because we need to speak to the affliction that and the struggle that they're going through, and I think that's, if you wouldn't do that on the street corner, if you wouldn't just walk up to a homeless man and tear him down because he's homeless, as a Christian, what would you do? If they're hungry, you would feed them. You would try to reach them in their area of need. So I think if you're going to do it, there's a way to do it. I just don't think in the current format, a lot of these dudes are really thinking about that component, and that's the main reason I haven't jumped in it, because it would really take some sincere thought to do it.
Yeah, man. The concept league is called Slap Battles. It's based out of Charlotte and Pittsburgh. Um, Actually, we've been covering them here at CHH Today for pretty much as long as they've existed. So I'm absolutely in love with that whole thing, and have always supported them. Shout out to my dude 3PFD over there, who is really kind of the guy that's pushing it and getting it all organized. They've had some pretty major events. But yeah, man, hey, I appreciate you sharing your insight. It was definitely worth listening to, and just look forward to seeing how this evolves for you in the future, man.
No doubt, man. I appreciate it.